Welcome to our channel once again, COD Trainers. Warzone is known for pioneering the next generations of Battle Royale games, and the title is one of the most successful in this genre. But the game is also known for its overwhelmed meta weapons, which generally overwhelms all others during their period of infamy. In today's video, we're going to discuss the most hated meta in the history of the game. So, without any further ado, let's get started. These weapons are often hated by the player base as they can take out enemies so quickly that they barely have a chance to react when hit. These weapons make the game nearly unplayable for many players as they are eliminated before they realize what happened to them. This video will list 7 of those revolutionary meta weapons before they were finally nerfed to some degree. Origin 12 or Street Sweeper. The short-range semi-automatic sniper meta of the Origin 12 and Street Sweeper's rifles brings to mind memories of dark times among the player base. During the peak notoriety, entire squad could be found camped in various buildings with these rifles, and they would shoot anyone stupid enough to venture inside the buildings. The worst part about this meta was how easy it was to use. It's so bad that players prefer to wait for their enemies to be pushed out of the zone building instead of pushing to free it. The entire Warzone community is delighted to see this nerf meta in the realm. R90 Shotgun. If the entire gaming community universally hates a meta file, then that title goes to the R90 rifle. This modern warfare weapon has plagued its heyday and earned the infamous name of Doof Doof because it fires 2 consecutive bullets when the trigger is pulled. This weapon is usually paired with Dragon Wisp bullets and incendiary rifle bullets. Players cannot stand up when hit with this round, as they take continuous fire damage for some time, even after logging out. This made this meta severely hated by the entire player base. DMR-14. DMR-14 is a tactical shotgun that was added to Call of Duty Warzone with the Black Ops Cold Wars integrations, and has quickly become one of the most loathed meta in Call of Duty Warzone. During its peak of infamy, this was a 2-shot rifle to the head, which could kill its opponents with just 2 shots to the head. And being a semi-auto shotgun with a decent rate of fire, it was easy to land 2 headshots pretty quickly. This weapon was so revolutionary that Warzone saw a sharp decline in the number of players before this weapon was nerfed. If anyone checks the game's Reddit threads, they will still find players expressing their contempt for this meta, even now after it has been significantly weakened. Stoner 63 MG82. The long-range meta laser of the Stoner 62 and MG82 LMG was an absolute threat when it was at its peak. Both weapons had minimal recoil when equipped with the proper accessories and had ammo counts of between 75 and 125 rounds. Thus, there was no escape as players would be hurled downward by an endless barrage of precise bullets no matter how far or where they ran. Being on the verge of receiving this barrage of bullets at the choke point was a nightmare to deal with during the climax of this meta. Therefore, the weapon eventually gained several recoil nerfs to stay balanced between its counterparts. FAL SMG. FNFAL has been part of the Call of Duty franchise for a long time, and Warzone players know this powerful weapon as FAL. At the start of the game, this was a frighteningly powerful weapon that could kill its enemies with just 2 hits on the head or 3 or 4 hits to the body. The weapon also has 0 damage decay and could kill its opponents at close and medium range with ridiculous ease. The weapon had a time to kill of less than 300 milliseconds, and players barely had a moment to blink before being knocked out. This was a much hated weapon during the early days of the game in Verdansk. Bren. The Bren LMG was added to Call of Duty Warzone with the Vanguard integrations and was a really frustrating weapon to deal with during the height of its notoriety. The weapon had 0 recoil and a significant damage value, making it the most hated long-range meta weapon in the game. The worst part is that this meta has been at the forefront for a long time and has been frustrating for players to be hit or killed by their enemies with minimal effort. Akimbo Renetti. Renetti is a burst pistol added to Call of Duty Warzone and Modern Warfare integration. This is one of the few weapons in the game with an akimbo advantage. The double-handled Renetti is one of the most dominant short-range targets ever introduced in the game. The pistol has a very fast TTK at close range, even faster than the higher-tier SMGs of the time. Since the pistol is a secondary weapon, players can combine it with a phantom advantage and turn building interiors into a no-man's land. The meta has been heavily nerfed since then, as equipping the Akimbo perk now automatically reduces the weapon damage value and operator movement speed. Which gun is hated the most according to you? Let us know in the comment section below. Alright, that's it for today's video. If you like watching our content, please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. Thank you for watching.